My aunt told me we couldn't bring the kids along, so she said the vacation rental costs too much and maybe we should just skip it this time. My children were absolutely crushed. I just nodded and didn't say anything. 2 months go by and the family pulls up to the house. And there I am, waiting on the front porch of my place, the one I've actually owned for 5 years. So Aunt Diane made herself the family treasurer sometime back in 1994 and just wouldn't let anyone else take over. She was this corporate lawyer, married rich, and she reminded us about it constantly at every single event. My mom was basically the family letdown in Diane's eyes. She married my dad, who was a carpenter making maybe 58,000 tops, but they were happy though, really happy. Diane just couldn't grasp that concept. She'd say things like, "Poor Catherine," loud enough for the whole room to hear. Could have done better. When mom died 3 years back, Diane did the eulogy. She stood up there and declared, she lived simply. There's dignity in that, which basically meant she lived broke and deserved everyone's sympathy. I sat there in the front row with my 3 kids beside me and stayed silent. But nobody realized Grandma had her secrets. When I was 12, Grandma Adelaide brought me up to Maine, just the 2 of us. This small cottage near Crescent Beach. We ate lobster rolls, collected seashells, and one night she said something that confused me at the time. She goes, "This is my favorite spot on earth. One day I want you to have a place like this, a place that's only yours." So when her will got read, the official version split everything evenly between her 6 children. The house, savings, typical distribution, but there was a second will, a private one, filed separately with a lawyer nobody knew about. The Maine beach house that she'd bought secretly back in 1987 and maintained through this hidden trust came to me. Only me, her favorite granddaughter, the single person who'd actually asked about her coastal childhood. The property was valued at $2.8 million. The trust held another $420,000. Grandma was quietly rich in ways nobody ever guessed. Not her kids, not even Grandpa before he passed. The lawyer told me she wanted you to have something that's yours, something nobody can take away or make smaller. I kept it quiet for 5 years. Through marrying Marcus, who's a high school teacher, having Emma and Lucas and Sophie, every gathering where Diane would point out my humble situation. Poor Catherine's daughter, walking the same path. They had absolutely no idea I was a millionaire. So the annual family vacation meant renting some big scenic place, and Diane handled all the money. Somehow her math always supported her version of what was fair. This year, 18 people committed to going. Diane organized this whole budget meeting, and my kids had spent months getting ready. Emma, who's 12, looked up all these trails. Lucas, 9 years old, worked on his swimming to impress the cousins. Sophie, 6, drew all these pictures of sandcastles she was going to make. Then Diane just dropped it on us. "We can't afford your kids. 3 more children throws off everybody's share. Maybe you should sit this one out." I scanned the room. Cousins, spouses, Diane's kids, Robert's bunch. Nobody pushed back. Nobody offered any solutions. Nobody cared that 3 children were getting cut from a family trip. So I said softly, "Okay, we'll skip it." And Diane smiled. "Glad you're being reasonable. It just makes sense. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. Like excluding kids could somehow be anything except personal." My children sobbed the entire ride home. Sophie cried. "Why doesn't Aunt Diane want us there?" I tried explaining. "Sometimes grown-ups make decisions that aren't about you. They're about them feeling small or scared or wrong inside. Will we ever see the beach?" she asked. "Actually, honey, I've got a surprise, but it needs to stay secret." 3 days out from the trip, property management notified me. Reservation confirmed. Sandpiper Cottage, July 15th through 22nd. 18 guests. Total $15,000. Booked under Diane Patterson. My aunt had rented my property for the trip that excluded my children. So for 2 months, I stayed completely quiet, let them organize everything, let them buy matching shirts that were missing my kids' names, let them start group texts that left me out. July 15th, I drove up with Emma, Lucas, and Sophie before dawn. We unpacked, ate breakfast, built castles on my beach. 3 p.m., SUV started lining the driveway. Diane emerged first with her designer shades and linen outfit, ready to run things. She spotted me on the porch, arms crossed, with my 3 excluded kids playing behind me. "What are you doing here?" Her voice sounded like frost. I held up the deed. "Welcome to my property, Aunt Diane. The house Grandma left me 5 years back. The one you just paid $15,000 to rent." 18 relatives just stood there motionless in that driveway. I added, "Property company runs strict no refund terms, but relax. I already donated your money to the children's hospital under Mom's name. You remember her, poor Catherine." Diane's expression shifted through confusion, then fury, then something totally new from her. Fear. They ended up finding a Holiday Inn 20 minutes inland, $189 a night, 0 ocean view.